What's going on, people? We've defeated Palace by 4-1. I'm joined by LB Vlogger, also known as Louis. How you doing?
I'm good, mate.
Yeah, we're pretty good. So anyways, we're going to be getting into Louis' thoughts and my thoughts again of our 4-1 win against Crystal Palace at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So, talk to me. It was a big win. So what do you think about that win?
What a goal by Kane, can I just say?
Yeah.
We did well. Can I point out a fact here? You know George Killier?
Yeah.
He put Zaha on his thumbnail, and Zaha doesn't start. He's done that for both Palace games.
I think he did that because Zaha was like their main attacking threat. And speaking of Zaha, I think that's the reason why Palace came to park the bus. Obviously, Zaha came back from injury. I was pretty confident he wasn't going to start, considering like they don't want to take that risk of him getting injured again. So he started on the bench. For me, Zaha is like Palace's main attacking threat, really. Like, he's the one who makes their whole attack tick, shall we say. So Palace came to part of the bus. I was expecting that, especially seeing Zaha on the bench. I mean, Palace do have some other like potential attacking qualities, such as Eberechi Eze from QPR, who's been pretty decent all season. But first half, I thought we were quite poor. I mean, don't get me wrong, like we were the better side, but we weren't good enough. Considering like the way Palace was set up, I mean their defensive shape was working very well in the first half, and we were just too slow on the ball, and our passing was slow, sideways and backwards, and no one, apart from Lucas Moura, no one really had the like intent to go for the first goal and like drive at their defence.
But then we stepped up.
Yeah, so but obviously we managed to somehow get the goal. Lucas Moura winning the ball back of Milivojevic, and Bale getting an easy tap in after.
To be honest,
pretty much a simple goal.
I think Bale will find his form for the rest of the season and probably score a few more goals.
Yeah. In my opinion, I think the equaliser, as well as the half-time team talk, kind of gave us a kick up the arse, if you ask me, because I think the equaliser was kind of like, which was like a punishment. Yeah, I think the equaliser was like a punishment for us being too slow in the first half, and obviously Mourinho's team talk as well, with pretty much put like rock up their arse and everything. But second half, we came out and we looked like the team that was top of the league a few months ago, in my opinion. Like, we were ruthless. And remember, we scored 4 goals against a Palace side who scored. Remember, we scored 4 goals against a Crystal Palace side who have kept clean sheets against Man United, Arsenal, Fulham, like pretty much teams who have very good attacks.
Yeah, I was at that game.
Yeah, so 4 goals against Crystal Palace in a 4-1 win as well is, and obviously we scored 4 against them last season. I mean, last time it was 1-1. Last time it was 1-1 at Selhurst Park, but we parked the bus that game in the second half, same as the Fulham game. But the second half we came out and we looked, and we pretty much looked like a different side. And obviously the goals show that. Obviously Kane scoring a goal of the month contender. And Son of Kane are now broken the record for what's the word, contributions like together in like a season. Obviously Gareth Bale, I think that's 6 goals and 3 assists in his last 6 games in all competitions. So 9 goal contributions in his last 6 games. Do you think we're starting to see the old Bale come back?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, why is that?
Because he's finding his form again and doing pretty good, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, for me, like another player who was, for me, superb. Like, I gave him a 9 in our player ratings, which you can watch on our channel, guys. Yeah. But Lucas Moura, I thought, because the thing is, like, people are going to talk about Harry Kane being man of the match because he scored 2 and got 2 assists, and Bale getting two goals and everything. Lucas Moura, for me, was a player who was like superb throughout the whole game. Fair enough, because for me, the first half, the thing is, like, if you asked me who our man of the match was at our time, I would have said Lucas Moura, because in the first half, he was the only player who wanted to drive at the Palace defence,
attacking and stuff like that. And if the game had ended at half time, I'd probably give him man of the match as well.
Yeah, and through the middle, because that front four, Lucas,
Kane.
Son, Kane. Seriously frightening. And obviously we got Arsenal coming up next week, and we know their defence is quite shaky at the minute. Obviously, if it has been the last 3-4 years, but at the same time,
to be honest with you, they've improved it a lot by getting in loads of quality defence, like William Saliba. Obviously, they've got like Socrates and stuff like that, and some other good players. So we need to be careful for next week to try.
I mean, number one, Socrates has gone to Olympiacos, and number two, Saliba has literally got no game time at all. But Arsenal do have some decent defenders. First of all, that Gabriel. I don't know where he came from, but obviously Kieran Tierney, in my opinion, up there with best left back in the league this season. He's definitely up there. I mean, that's Cedric, half decent player. So Arsenal do have a couple of good defenders, but then again, I think in terms of our midfield, it should overrun them. Obviously, Xhaka, he's half decent, but I expect Højbjerg and Cam-Bale, those type of players, to be all over them. And obviously,
watch out for their strikers, Aubameyang, Lacazette.
Yeah, but anyways, like, talking about our defence.
Since getting rid of Ozil, Arsenal have not been that good ever since Ozil left.
Well, they brought in Martin Odegaard, who so far for me has been good. But anyways, moving on to our defence, I think Mourinho's, in my opinion, he's starting to identify his starting 11 a lot better. Obviously, Bale, 3 consecutive starts in the Prem. Lucas and Dele getting more game time as well. Obviously, Sergio Reguilón back in the side. Matt Doherty starting 2 games in a row. And Sanchez and Toby has been our centre-back pairing for 3 games in a row as well. So, Sanchez and Toby, 1 goal conceded in 3 Premier League games. Do you think those two are our best centre-back duo at the moment?
Yeah. And we might need to get a few more in the summer window.
Yeah. Yeah, because in my opinion, sometimes we do like play attacking football, but then again that leaves our defence wide open because the thing is like we knew this from last season when Pochettino was still in charge. Literally, we cannot play attacking football again until we get a very, very good defence because we tried it last season. We ended up getting slapped 7-2 by Bayern, lost 3-0 to Brighton, you know the rest. And that's because we play attacking football. Our defence was wide open, and our defence was just as poor back then. But I think Sanchez and Toby are, in my opinion, our best centre-back duo. I think Sanchez is a much better defender than Dyer. I think Aurier, Sanchez, Toby, and Reguilón should be our best centre-back. For me, like our best defensive line. But anyways, moving on to the future games. Obviously, we got Dynamo Zagreb coming up next. First leg of our round of 16 tie. So I think it's at home actually instead of away. But would you make any changes?
I would give. I'd make a few changes, not too much. Like bringing in the likes of Carlos Vinicius, Joe Hart in goal. Maybe the likes of Harry Winks. Then add some to the bench like Alfie Devine, stuff like that. Dean Scarlett, stuff like that.
Yeah, I think for me, I would make quite a few changes, but at the same time, I would start a few key players because I said this in the fan cam with Bodie. Dynamo Zagreb are no walkover. They've been in the Champions League before.
They are a good team, but
okay, fair enough. Like the furthest they've got is the group stage, but then again, they're no walkover. They've been in the Champions League. They've still been in that level of competition. So I would start a few key players.
They have experience, let's say.
Like I would, the Dyer and Toby at centre back with Davis and Doherty as the fullbacks. I want to keep Aurier fresh for Arsenal next Sunday. In terms of our CDMs, I'll have Sissoko and Winks in there. And obviously Lucas played against Palace yesterday, so I put Dele Alli with Steven Bergwijn and Lamela with Cast finished up front. So still a very good team, but obviously still playing a few key players such as Alderweireld, etc. But yeah, obviously our next league game's against Arsenal. Massive game. We're currently 7 ahead of Arsenal, and if we beat them, obviously we go 10 points clear. And if anything, I mean, right now we're very close to the top 4. Do you think we can sneak into 4th place with the way we're playing at the moment?
Probably, if we get a cheeky result at the Emirates. Yeah, the Emirates.
I do back us to win at the Emirates because obviously Mourinho, like, he has an excellent record against Arsenal, even away from home as well. But
obviously beat them in December.
Yeah, obviously. So, all right. So with that being said, who was your man of the match last night?
Probably. You know what? I'm going to give it to Bale.
Gareth Bale, was that?
Because he was actually good, not going to lie. Doing pretty well.
Yeah. All right, people, it's been the Hotspur News. Tottenham 4, Crystal Palace 1. Cheers, LB Vlogger, for coming on as always. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.